Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's session, I am going to discuss about the pedigree analysis. Before going to the pedigree analysis, we should know what is pedigree. Pedigree is a diagram or chart which shows the biological relationships between an organism and its ancestors. Pedigrees are used to analyze the pattern of inheritance of a particular trait throughout a family. Generally, it is used to study the transmission of genetic diseases in human families, and it can be used for any species and any inherited traits. Now, the pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis describes the process of interpretations of information displayed as a family trees. Each pedigree chart represents all of the available information about the inheritance of a single trait, most often a disease, within a family. By analyzing a pedigree, we can determine genotypes, identify phenotypes, and predict how a trait will be passed on in the future generations. Therefore, pedigree analysis is an important tool in both basic research and genetic counseling. The information from a pedigree makes it possible to determine how certain alleles are inherited, whether they are dominant, recessive, autosomal, or sex-linked. The pedigree or family tree is constructed using a standardized set of symbols and will include information about the disease status of each individual. Here, we use some symbols for the pedigree analysis. The normal female are represented by a circle and the normal males are represented by a square, whereas the sex unspecified persons are represented by a diamond-shaped structure. On the other hand, the affected females are always represented by a shaded or darkened circle, and the affected males are represented by a shaded or darkened square, whereas affected person with unspecified sex are represented by a shaded diamond structure. The deceased females are represented by a circle crossed with a oblique line, and the deceased males are represented by a square crossed with a oblique line. Some other symbols are two closely related two closely related uh, individuals are connected by a horizontal lines showing the interrelationship between two, or the relations between two, like the marriages and mating, while as the individuals are connected by two horizontal lines represents the mating between close relatives like cousins. The number of children for each sex are represented by the numbers within the circles and the squares. Here, the square containing two number means two male childs, whereas the circle having two number represents two female childs, and here the likewise four male childs and four female childs. Now, some another important symbols which may use in the pedigree analysis are the identical twins are for females are represented by these symbols, while as the identical twins for male represented by this one. The monozygotic twins are represented by this symbol, whereas the dizygotic twins are always represented by these symbols. And a female carrier is represented by a circle having a point in center, and while as the carrier males are always represented by a square having a dot in its center. Now, chromosomes in human cell nucleus contains 23rd pair of chromosomes, a total of 46 chromosomes. The first 22nd pair are called autosomes, and the 23rd pair of chromosomes are known as the sex chromosomes. They are also called allosomes. or X chromosomes. Autosomes are other than the sex chromosomes. They do not determine the sex of individual and don't show sex linkages. Morphologically, autosomes are similar in male and female. On the other hand, the allosomes or sex chromosomes are the sex chromosomes that determine the sex of individuals and show sex linkages. They are morphologically different in male and females. Human and most mammals have two sex chromosomes, X and Y. Female have two X chromosomes while male have X and Y chromosomes in their. The next is types of inheritance in pedigree. In pedigree, there are 5 inheritance pattern has been identified. The first one is autosome linked dominant pedigree. The second one is autosomal recessive pedigree. The third one is X-linked dominant pedigree. The fourth one is X-linked recessive pedigree, and the fifth one is Y chromosome linked pedigree. Now the first one is autosome linked dominant pedigree. The characteristic features of inheritance of such type of traits are: traits don't skip generation, that is the pedigree is always vertical. Multiple generations are characteristically affected. The transmission of traits occurs from parents to either sex. The next one is male and females are equally affected. Affected parents can have unaffected children, and when an affected person meets with an unaffected person, approximately 50% of their offspring should be affected. The examples of such type of pedigree are the polycystic kidney disease, dimple in cheeks, etc. Now let us see the example of the autosome linked dominant pedigree. Look at this pedigree chart. In this pedigree chart, the traits don't skip the generations, means present in both generations. And the important thing is that here both the parents are affected, but they have one unaffected children, which shows the autosome linked pedigree. The next example is, here again the traits don't skip the generations, means present in all generations. When an affected person mates with an unaffected person, approximately 50% of their offspring is affected. In this cross, the one child is affected while as the second child is not affected. It means the 50% childs or offspring of this cross is affected. In this pedigree, the males and females are equally affected. Here, 2 males are affected and 2 females are affected. Thus, we can say in this cross, the males and females are equally affected. And here, the transmission of traits occur from either sex. Here, the transmission of trait occurs from the female parent, and here the transmission of traits occurs through the male parent, which suggests the autosome linked dominant pedigree. Now, the second one is autosomal recessive pedigree. The silent features of the inheritance of such type of traits are: trait often skip generations. The second thing is unaffected parents can have affected children. That is the very important characters to be noted here. Now the next one is, if both parents are affected, all children should be affected. The next one is, the traits occur in equal proportion in male and female siblings whose parents are normal but carrier. Now look at this pedigree chart. Here, both the parents are unaffected, but they have one affected children. Thus, we can say that two unaffected parents have an affected offspring, which confirms the autosomal recessive pedigree here. Now the next example is, in this another example of autosomal recessive pedigree, here the traits are skipping the generations. Here the traits are skipping generations, and unaffected parents have the affected children. Here we can see easily these both children are unaffected, but they have the affected offsprings. And in this pedigree, the traits are coming in equal proportion in male as well as in female siblings, which confirms that the autosomal recessive pedigree again. Now look at the next example of the autosomal recessive pedigree. Here in this section, unaffected parents have the affected children. One children is affected. And in this section, both the parents are affected, having all the affected children, which again confirms an autosomal recessive pedigree. Now, the third one is X-linked dominant pedigree. The characteristics of such inheritance are, the first one is, the traits appear in almost all of the generation. That is, the trait does not skip generations. The second important thing is, the traits never transfer from father to son, means male parent to son. This is the very important point to be noted here. The next one is, all the daughters of an affected father would be affected. This is again very important point. The next one is, if the female parent is affected, then about half of her son are affected. And the next one is, the affected male children must come from the affected mother. Now look at the example of the X-linked pedigree. In this pedigree, firstly, the traits appear in all generations, traits occurring in all generations. And secondly, the female parent is affected, having a affected son, means affected son is coming from the affected mother. And here the third thing is that all daughters are affected from her affected father, and traits is not transferring from father to son, which confirms the X-linked dominant pedigree. The fourth one is the X-linked recessive pedigree. The characteristic features of such inheritance are, most affected individuals are male. This point to be noted, the most affected individuals are male. Next one is, the trait transfer from mother to son and father to daughter. Traits never transfer from father to son. This is the again important point. Traits never transfer from father to son. Female express the trait only when they are homozygous, whereas male do so even they are hemizygous for it. About half of the sons of the carrier females are affected. In case of homozygous female showing the trait, 50% of her daughters and 100% of her sons are likely to be affected. Now look at this pedigree chart. Here the most affected individuals are the males, then the female one. And the most important thing is that the traits are transferring from the affected mothers to son and the affected father to daughters. Means in this section, the traits are transferring from mother to sons. And in this section, you can easily see the traits are transferring from the affected father to daughter. And the traits are not transferring from father to son. Thus, this pedigree showing the 100% incident of affected sons from an affected mother suggested the X-linked recessive pedigree. The fifth one is Y chromosome linked pedigree. The most important characteristic feature of this pedigree is the traits always transfer from father to son. These are the traits whose gene is present on the Y chromosomes. Any trait linked to the Y chromosomes are present only in males and certainly do not in any of the females. Females don't have any Y chromosomes, whereas all the males must have a Y chromosomes to be a male. And this Y chromosome they get from their fathers. This is why these traits are also called male sex limited traits. The example of this type of traits is hypertrichosis of the ears, means the presence of the hair on pinna is one most common example of such type of traits. Now look at the example of the Y chromosome linked pedigree. In this pedigree here, the traits are only transferring from the father to their sons. These are the traits whose genes are present on Y chromosomes. While as on the other hand, the females don't have any Y chromosomes, whereas all the males must have a Y chromosomes to be a male. And these Y chromosomes they get from their father. Now it is clear that this is a Y chromosome linked pedigree. Now it's all about the pedigree analysis. I hope this lecture will be very fruitful to you. If you have any queries regarding this lecture, you may write in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video.